I think it's better when you're moving. It's that dry heat, right? Just like skates. But the breeze, right? So like today I just focused on keeping my breathing under control and taking it easy, worked on some hiking, and then just, overall just try to keep it chill so I didn't go anaerobic. And it felt really good, like, especially for how warm it is. I'm stoked on that. Like, it was a good day. That loop would be if you took Devil's Thumb and the Michigan Bluff Climb and stacked them, but then you took out all the shade, all the water, and added altitude. And that's what it feels like. It's just tough. But. In 2021, I was physically very prepared. And so as I enter 2022, I'm just gonna try to replicate that. I know that I don't have to do more. I don't have to, change things. The real variable that was missing in 2021 was just my mindset.
So going into this year, 2022, it became very clear in Tim and I's conversations that Western States in 2022 was going to be the primary focus of his year. Everything that we did in training and preparation was for him to have the best possible day that he could at Western States, taking what we learned from last year's event, but then just, 7 years of working together as a coach and an athlete.
As I enter into 2022, I'm at a much better place than I have been. But I'm also excited that this is, an incomplete process, and it's never gonna be complete. So even if I have a dream day out there in June, I think that it's gonna excite me that I can continue to work on that. And just because I have a dream day in June doesn't mean I'm gonna have a dream day in August. It's always gonna be an effort. It's always gonna be a process. It's always gonna be something I have to intentionally work on and choose to work on. Definitely just a work in progress, trying to take the time to actually prepare a meal. What would it have said?
Tim did a really good job.
Were there enough vegetables this time?
My house.
I didn't have enough vegetables last night. So I went tenfold. Lindsay is definitely my biggest cheerleader. Second, my mom is my biggest cheerleader, first for sure. And Lindsay would be okay with me saying that. But I'd say she grounds me. She really challenges my sense of reality with fact, which is really helpful. She also was very encouraging with me seeking therapy in the first place. I canceled my first few appointments because I was too nervous and I thought they were gonna, judge me, but Lindsay continued to encourage me, so she's massively supportive. And I think that the two of us support each other. We're kind of two broken souls that have found each other and continue to nurse each other. We also understand each other and where we've been, where we're going, and where we want to get to. And it's nice having someone that really can empathize with struggles that you've had. Let's see. So we got your shoes in the car.
Yeah.
Do you have a bottle?
Yep, it's in the car.
And any other shoes, or just one's good? There's no wind.
Oh, yes, there is.
You should have got a bish. You should have got a bish.
We both support each other differently, but he will typically try to come out for some of my workouts, or he's paced some of my workouts.
We're playing water boy today, before we run. Yeah, her big focus right now is the marathon. Has gone back to that. She dabbled in the trails and she did really well. Her heart's with the roads, so. Alrighty, let's go find Lynn's.
Somebody gotta block this wind. There's wind.
5:48 best mile.
Really?
Yep.
I don't have miles on there. I push buttons and things disappear.
Nice job, Linz.
Thank you.
That was really good. So today we're just piggybacking off of yesterday's long run for a little extra time on feet, stacking it up. Got 15 miles, a little more vert, probably get 3,000 feet or so. Heading up Hilton Lakes Trail to Davis Lake, and yeah, just to enjoy a little kind of alpine day. Maybe grab some water out of the creek on the way, but yeah, it's just a mellow recovery day. You know, harden the legs a little bit, so we'll see. It's see how I feel.
Most of the work that Tim and I do is on the mental and emotional side of training and racing, and the role that training and racing are playing in his life at any given time. I mean, Tim's someone who has been an athlete for more than half of his life at this point, and a very good athlete for more than half of his life. He's someone who's been racing for a long time and at a high level, you know, in high school, in college, on the roads, and now, you know, for the past 8 years or so as a trail and ultra runner primarily. And I would say that most of the conversations that we have are about how his relationship is to these pursuits, making sure that it's fitting into his life in a healthy way. We talk more about that relationship than we do splits, than we do numbers, than we do training mileage, vert. I mean, any of that. It really, for me, one thing that I'm always trying to monitor with him and any athlete that I work with is just how this pursuit of competitive running is fitting into his entire life. Is it giving him energy? Is it filling him up? Or is it draining his tank? Is it fraught? And I mean, that's been an ongoing conversation in the entire time that we've worked together.
Like a leaf in a stream. Throughout my career, I've always set very lofty goals, and I think it's important to do so, because it keeps you hungry and chasing something. These goals will not define me. If I set a big goal and I achieve it, I'm not suddenly a different person. You know, I'm still Tim. You know, nothing has changed. In my mind, it may feel like suddenly the world has opened up, but in reality, nothing really has shifted, but that's okay also. I think when we tie too much weight or value to a goal, it can either have a false sense of self-inflation, or it can crush you if you don't get there. And having the grace to grant yourself permission to even try, I think, is important. Then grant yourself the grace if you fail, and maybe even redefining what failure looks like by reframing success. And I've had to do that a lot in my career, especially over the last year of, okay, success doesn't necessarily mean just winning that race. Success is gonna be if I don't give up on myself in the moment, or when I want to, I redirect that thought and challenge it and continue to move forward, knowing that I have the ability and capacity to do so. You know, that's a success. So I think finding that balance is hard, but something to work on, because then, you know, you can chase after these goals and not be afraid of falling short, because that's not a failure, it's an opportunity to like continue personal growth. Come on, come up on the